You can save a lot of money quickly by doing what is called a no spend month. I'm going to be doing one of these in January of 2025. So if you're interested in doing it along with me, let me know that you're going to do the challenge as well down in the comments below. Now, if you're watching this video after January or you want to do it another month, you most certainly can. These tips are going to help you whenever you want to do a no spend month. So I'm going to discuss 18 tips to help you have a successful no spend month whenever you decide to implement this. Now, if you are enjoying my videos, it helps out my channel if you click on that like button down below if you enjoy the video. You can also hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below if you plan to do a no spend month. Let me know if you're joining me or you're going to do it another time during the year, or if you've done one before and how it went for you. I want to hear from you. I am doing this video a little bit early because I think it's helpful for you to get prepared, for you to get your mind right, for you to get the idea that this is what you're going to do for the next month ahead. So you've got a little bit of space between the time you're going to do the no spend and actually doing it, to go through these tips, seeing what you need to decide, what rules you might want to put in place. Number one is to first understand what a no spend month is. It's a pause button. It's a pausing on the habits of overspending or mindlessly spending. Now, this could also be called a detox from spending or a spending fast. A no spend is simply not spending on wants. You only pay and buy what you need, what you have to. Now, if the bottom of your shoe falls off and that's the only shoe you have, you need to go and buy a new pair of shoes. That is a need. You're going to pay all of your bills. You're going to buy food. You're going to put gas in your car. You're going to pay the copay at the doctor's appointment. What you are not going to do is go out to eat, buying snacks at the gas station or coffee at the drive-thru. You aren't going to be buying things on Amazon that can wait for another time. Number two, in number one, we discussed what a no spend month is. In number two, we are discussing why do a no spend month. Well, the most obvious thing is you can save a large amount of money quickly. The other part of this is it helps reevaluate your spending, which could change habits later on. You will have to confront every purchase that you make and decide if it's a want or a need, and it could be a light bulb moment for you. You might have also thought, I could never do without this thing, whatever that thing is. Maybe it's a Friday drive-through coffee. I could never do without that. But during the no spend month, you do without that. And you get to the end of the month and go, you know what? I did that. You will actually gain confidence in yourself that you can control yourself and your spending. Number three, you might ask, why 1 month? I believe it's an adequate amount of time to get a good understanding of your spending. I think that a week is a little too short to really break those bad habits or even to save a huge chunk of money. And anything longer than a month really causes challenges in your confidence because things come up. 1 month is a great place to start. Number four, we're going to talk about the benefits of a no spend month. The first is to catch bad habits and reset them. You may not even know what a bad habit regarding spending is that you have or how much it adds up to, and this is going to help you realize that. You can also refine what you realize is a want or a need. You're going to have to, again, face that every day if you're making a purchase or every time you make a purchase. And you're going to be able to take that great skill that you've refined over that month and carry that forward into the rest of your life. A no spend month can also help you with emotional spending, getting that under control, doing something else instead of spending money when you're not happy, when you're sad, when you're bored. And the obvious one is you will save money. Number five is how to prepare for a no spend month. The first thing you have to do is set a goal. Why are you doing this? If you want, it helps sometimes hold you accountable if you share your goals with others. So if you have a goal, you want to do a no spend month, and what is your goal? Share it down below with us. But maybe your goal is something like you want to save for something expensive that's coming up, maybe a trip or there's a wedding. Maybe you just want to build an emergency fund so you don't have to go to your credit cards when something comes up. The next part is you want to set up rules that you're going to put in place for your no spend month. Perhaps you write them down, you keep them with you, you keep them on a sticky note on your bathroom mirror. What are the rules? Make sure they work for you. So mine would be this. First, you have to pay for the necessities such as housing, utilities, groceries, car gas. Those are the no-duh items. We want to pay for those. We don't want late fees. We don't want our electricity turned off. We got to pay that stuff. If it's not one of those items, ask these questions of yourself. Do I have to buy this now? Can I live without this? At least for this next 30 days. Is there something else I can do or use or maybe borrow in the meantime? Number 6 is something to remember while doing this no spend challenge. If you are trying to break overspending habits, you will have temptations to spend and likely often, especially at the beginning. No one said this is easy, but not much worth doing is easy. Change doesn't come within your comfort zone. Number 7, you might ask, why January? Well, I believe January is one of the best months to do a no spend month. It starts the year off right. And also what happens is over the holiday season, there might have been so much spending or so much stuff and things and marketing and advertisements that January just feels like a refresh. It's a goal-setting time, a time to change habits, and doing a no-spend month then is also a lot easier because typically there are less special things that happen in January, like holidays or weddings or graduations. Now, you might have a special event that actually is coming up in the month that you want to do a no spend. In that case, it is okay. Make a special exception for that. But what I suggest is if you can, so if it's an event that is a gift type event, such as a graduation or a wedding or an anniversary or a birthday, try to buy that ahead of the no spend month. Number 8. If an unexpected emergency comes up, that could be any expense, that could be a health issue. If something like that comes up where it just blows the budget, then just restart. Do it another month. Give yourself grace. Things happen. Leave room in life for things to come up. Do not feel bad about it. Just do it again. Pause it for now. Number 9, while you are decluttering your expenses, also declutter your home. If you want something to do while you're not surfing the internet or out shopping in January, decluttering is a great way to get your mind off things about spending, and I think that it actually helps you with the no spend month. You will gain more appreciation for your space and the things you already have. It will take up time that you would typically spend maybe out shopping or scrolling social media. Declutter the pantry, the fridge, your drawers, the closet, etc. Go through the entire house. It is just a great way to have a reminder of what you already have to help with that spending urge. Number 10, during a no spend month, it is a great time to clean out the stocked up items in your pantry and in your freezer. Go through, use it all up. Come up with creative combinations of things you haven't thought of before. That helps you reduce the cost you're going to have to spend on groceries, which is a necessity, but if you can use up what you already have, it's going to help you save even more money. Number 11, during this time of a no spend month, it's a great time to finish that craft or that hobby project that you've already started, that you've set away, that the holidays were way too busy, you couldn't get to. Sit down and finish up that project. Number 12, you want to prepare your cell phone for this no spend month. The first part of this is deleting shopping apps, and that is including the Amazon app from your phone. You also want to remove pre-loaded credit card numbers from stores you frequent online. Number 13 is to make a list. I think the most convenient for me would be to open my Google Notes app and have a blank page on my Google Notes to do this. But every time during the challenge, write down the things that you come across that you want to buy, that any other month you would have purchased. You don't buy them, but you want them. Write down what they are. Now, after that no spend month, look back at that list. Look at it and say, what do I still want from this list? Now, this might mean you see something you have on the list and you're like, I still want that, and you have the budget. Maybe you go pick it up. But how many of those things are you going to look back and go, I no longer want that? See, those impulse buys really make a difference. The fact that you put some time and space between you and that urge to spend and the actual spending, you see that you saw through the fog. You got through that. I actually really don't want that. I'm glad I didn't waste my money on it. Number 14, on that same list, when you see something you would have purchased, write down how much it was. You're going to this way track how much you would have spent. You will see that you wanted to make this purchase, you keep that list, you know how much it was, and then you add it all up at the end of the month, and you will see, in some cases, a big total that you would have spent that somehow magically you survived without those things. Number 15 is something that you might notice after a no spend month. You might look back and see that prior to your no spend month, you did a lot of small purchases, which didn't seem like much at the time. Maybe $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. But I mean, if you do 5 of those $5 purchases, that's $25. If you do 10 of those $5 purchases, that's $50. These things build up slowly, and a lot of people want to say they're not impactful, but they are. When you see how much these small things add up, when you've got multiple small things, it adds up to a lot of money. Number 16, make sure you do not get bored. Use this time to find free things to do. Spend time with together as a family. Read a book. Go to the library. Consider it a challenge to find things to do to fill your time that don't cost anything. Number 17 is to remember to give yourself grace. If you have an oops, it's okay. Just reset immediately, forgive yourself immediately, and keep going. Try not to do it again, okay? Give yourself grace in all of this. Do not beat yourself up about it. Number 18, at the end of the no spend month, make sure you do not go crazy the following month with spending. And set your budget and stick to it. It's like, for me, donuts are one of those things I love but are not good for me. It's like saying for a month I'm not going to eat any donuts, and then on the first of the next month going and buying a whole dozen. Let me know down below, are you doing a no spend month? If so, when? Or maybe you've done one before. How did it work out for you? Do you have any additional tips that could help the viewers out? We love to hear from you. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, click on that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead.